I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rocker, Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks in the Night podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, I'm the host, Uncle Freezy, in the place to be. Salute to everybody coming out, hanging out with us, whether you are watching this live or if you are watching it on replay. Salute to you. I'm going to ask that you give us your approval by hitting that like button, getting at us in that comment section. For priority comments, man, super chat or super thanks or however you want to do it. Salute to the members of the channel. Salute to y'all. Thank y'all for help keeping the lights on. So while I'm here, I'm going to hold this microphone for a little bit, right? Because I have something to say that's different from what most people in Knicks universe say. And it may be popular, it may be unpopular. At this point, I really don't want to get on either side of it. What I'm going to say is, wow, this, I'm just going to say what it is that I have to say, man. And you form your own opinion. Let me first, or let me salute a couple of the OGs in the chat. Let me salute Mr. Vince. Mr. Vince is in the building. Mr. Vince, thank you for being a part of the family, man. You know, we really appreciate Mr. Vince being around. One of these days, Mr. Vince and I are going to be in the same place. Because I know a lot of y'all be like, yo, is Uncle Freezy really Mr. Vince? No, Mr. Vince is just my bigger, more wealthy brother. Salute to Mr. Vince. Salute to Andrew College in a place to be, man. It's good to see you. AK, it's good to see you. Jake is in the building. Hewlett Samuel was good. Andios is in the building. Salute. Jake is in the building. Jake from Nick Farm is in the building. Salute. I thought I saw Alawaz in here somewhere. He might be peace to Alawaz. Alawaz is in the building. Fallback Haters is in the building. Salute. Fallback Haters, you heard them. Fallback Haters, obey the commands. Y'all heard them. Y'all heard them. Mega is in the building. Salute. Will is in the building. T. Williams in the building. Salute to Will. Will, what's good? All right, so here's my thing, and I'm going to say it with my chest, right? Here's my thing. I'm going to say it with my chest. I think we have to stop talking about what Julius Randle can't do. I think we got to stop having that conversation. What Julius Randle can't do. Because since he's been here, he's shown you that he can do a little of everything. 'em. everything. 'em. 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 ' Will Salkin, that's our guy, man. That's our guy right there. Will Salkin, salute. What Julius Randle has shown you through his 5 complete seasons as a Knick is he can do a little of everything. And I think at times it frustrates some Knicks fans that he is not just great at one thing. Julius Randle is a 250 a pound or so Swiss Army knife that can do a little of everything. And when your franchise is desperate for players, you need Julius Randle to be everything to everybody. And that's not really what you need right now. That's not even what you needed in the past. That was our fallback, our fail safe. Julius Randle showed you he can be a high-level rebounder. Julius Randle showed you at one point he could shoot 40% from 3. Julius Randle showed you that he can bring the ball up the floor. Julius Randle proved to you that he can be in the top 50 in the NBA in assists. Julius Randle showed you against elite power forwards in the NBA that he can guard them if his only job is to guard that man. If you tell Randle to guard one man, he can guard that man at a high level. Right? Julius Randle can shoot 80% from Julius Randle at 250 pounds can shoot 80% from the free throw line. Plus, Julius Randle can get you buckets. There are a lot of things that Julius Randle does that we take for granted because historically, we had needed so many things. And the fact that Julius Randle spread himself out to try to do all those things, and we still complained. Right? And we still complained. Now, the title of this show is Which Julius Randle Are the Knicks Getting? And the easy answer to that question is whatever the Knicks need. Right? So when I thought about this, was thinking to myself, are we going to get the 255-pound, maybe looks 260 Randle that's going to be 25 points, 11 and a half, 12 rebounds, 6.5 assists? Or are we going to get the 245-pound Randle, bringing the ball up the floor, shooting 40% from 3, assists, playmaking, getting out, running, dunking on Jason Tatum? That guy. Which guy are we going to get? Are we going to get the Zach Randolph build, Julius Randle, that can pass out of the post to good NBA players? Or are we going to get the jumbo wing Julius Randle that can be a ball handling, facilitating playmaker that can shoot 40% from 3? And since both of those two are divergent skill sets, you have to prepare your body to be a certain way. Julius Randle can't be a 260-pound playmaker bringing the ball up the floor. That's asking Randle to get injured. Right? And he can't be a 245-pound banger in the paint, banging with all types of bigs and all of that stuff and hold up during the season. You can't be both. You have to pick one and go with it. You have to make a commitment and go to it. And what I learned over the years is that's what he does. Julius Randle enters the season, I guess, depending on what type of what you need from Randle, depending on what the roster looks like, that's what Julius Randle can provide you. On a team that's going to have a lot of facilitators and maybe not as many rebounders and bigs, the clear and obvious answer from some is that Randle is going to beef up so that he can play some minutes at the 5. That's what y'all really want me to say, right? If you really want me to say that, man, throw a thumbs up in the chat. If you think Randle's playing the 5 this year, put a thumbs up in the chat. And no crime. Listen, I'm not one of those folks that say I keep receipts. I don't keep a hit list and all that stuff. I'm a little bit beyond that. I don't keep a hit list. I'm not gonna go back to you and be like, "Yo, you remember that time you said?" No, that's not me. Not at this stage. That's not me. Not at this stage. Now, if you believe Randle and Mitchell Robinson offensively and defensively can't coexist, then you believe Randle is going to be a jumbo wing. Because you don't want Jalen Brunson going to the paint with 2 other Knicks in the paint. Salute to Ivoryton. JJ's in the building. JJ, hey, we red hot, bro. You seen Vientos? Every time I hear Vientos' name, I think about the freshman. Yo, JJ, tonight I was watching the game, and Pete Alonso's walk-up song was Just Got Paid. Just got paid. Friday night. Party hunting. Yo. Vientos, the fresh maker. But on my Randle thing, and y'all pardon me, man, for hollering at my homeboys as they come in the door. Hey, man, hook them in the building. Salute. Hit them up is in the building. Salute. And yo, y'all pardon me. I know I get in my bag, and then when I see the homies walk through the door, I stop what I'm doing and holler at the homies, man. That's just what I was raised to do. That's just a part of it. DNA, I guess, is what you call it. So which Randle do you think the Knicks are getting? Is Julius Randle going to be the light on his feet, ball handling, full court playmaking guy from the 4th seed year? Is he going to be that guy? Or is he going to be the beast that a lot of us like seeing? 25 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, a danger to other power forwards. Is he going to be that guy? Or is he going to be the complementary guy, light on his feet, playing next to other playmakers and get his points where he gets his points? Play within the flow of the offense. Keep that ball movement. Take open shots. That guy. Is he going to be that guy? Or is he that guy that's going to demand the ball, bullying the paint, fouling out teams? If that's what you think, if you think it's going to be Randle at the 5, you can throw fire emojis in the chat if you want to. I'm not telling you to save your emojis. Man, you can spend your emojis as you will. Spend them. Put your emojis in the chat. Nobody keeps track. I mean, we like seeing them, but you don't have to save them for anybody. What I am leaning towards Julius Randle, the jumbo wing, complementary to Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. That's what I think. I personally don't think you're going to see Julius Randle play a large number of minutes at the 5. I personally don't see that. I personally don't see it. If that's what you want to see, that's fine. I mean, we're not the Hatfields and McCoys. It's just a different of opinion. What I think we're going to see offensively is a offense more akin to what you saw from the Indiana Pacers in the half court. Right? I think that's what you're going to see. Now, not the Indiana Pacers running up and down the floor. Not that. I don't think you're going to see the Knicks zooming up and down the floor all game long. I think Tibbs is adverse to that. And I don't blame him. He is what he is. Right? He is what he is. What I think you're going to see is, thank you. You want to get on camera? No, oh, almost everybody, almost. One of these days. I don't know what it. People from the Bahamas don't like cameras or something, man. I don't know. What I think you're going to see is Julius Randle be a Swiss Army knife this season, because that is what this team is going to need. A Swiss Army knife type, because Jalen Brunson can't be a Swiss Army knife. Jalen Brunson is a Weapon X. That's it. Jalen Brunson's not going to play the 2. He's not going to play the 3, right? You're not going to see Jalen Brunson do many things away from point guard. You may see him play off ball, but still be the point guard. I think you're going to see Julius Randle be more like you saw from the January Knicks. A spike in three-point attempts and a spike in three-point percentage. Now, how high that number is depends on what the team plays like and what the team needs. But will Julius Randle be the rim protector that Tom Thibodeau wants? No. East Blue Jewels in the building. Will Julius Randle sacrifice or be asked to sacrifice offense to be a rim protector in Tom Thibodeau's defense? Maybe, but I can't see a game plan for that. I can't see Randle in his 10th season or 11th season become something that we've never seen before. Right? And I understand it. I came on and said, Randle's a Swiss Army knife. He'll do whatever the team needs. I just can't see that. I just can't see that. I just can't. I just can't see that. So which Randle are we getting? Is Uncle Freezy wrong? Possibly. Nobody is 100% right. I'm just making an observation. I'm thinking that with a lineup of OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Jalen Brunson, I think they're going to spread the floor out so much that a team is just going to pay even if they think about doubling anybody. That's what I think. Since Julius Randle has been a Knick, I've seen him shoot 40% from three. I've seen him shoot 80% from the free throw line. With other talented players, saw his field goal percentage increase, and I think you'll continue to see the same this year. I don't think Julius Randle is going to be the focal point of anything. Right? I don't think he'll be the focal point of anything. I do. This camera is blurry. Let me. That's more like it. Now that's more like it right there. I can't see Julius Randle being the focal point of anything for long stretches. I do think he's going to be a super complimentary player. I don't even think it's out of the realm of possibility to see Julius Randle accumulate triple-double Randle this year. I know there are going to be some times where maybe a different lineup may be intriguing to Tom Thibodeau, but if you're Tom Thibodeau and you understand that health has been a question for the last few years, do you really risk putting Randle at the 5, putting him in harm's way, and OG Anunoby at the 4, putting him in harm's way? No, I don't see that. I think what you'll see offensively is positionless outside of Mitchell Robinson. Outside of Mitch and Brunson, everybody is going to be positionless. No labels. Everybody doing whatever. And defensively, I can see Randle on the weakest wing scorer. Say for instance, Knicks versus Celtics. I legit can see, and it's going to sound crazy, I can see legit Julius Randle guarding Derek White. Chat, that's when y'all was supposed to erupt and go crazy. Uncle Freeze is crazy. Why would Julius Randle guard Derek White? Because you want Mikal Bridges guarding Jaylen Brown, and you want OG Anunoby guarding Jason Tatum. That's why. I can see Julius Randle guarding the weakest wing scorer. Say the Knicks play Philadelphia. Say the Knicks guard Philadelphia. Or say the Knicks play Philadelphia. I can see Julius Randle guarding Caleb Martin. Why would you waste OG Anunoby or Mikal Bridges on Caleb Martin? You wouldn't. When the Knicks play the Milwaukee Bucks, I can't see Randle guarding Giannis unless Randle wants to guard Giannis. I think you see OG Anunoby guard Giannis, and Mikal Bridges guard Middleton, and Randle guard one of the weaker scorers on the floor. And his job is to be a team defender. That's it. That's it. We won't see Julius Randle guarding Kawhi Leonard. Why? Why would you have Julius Randle guarding Kawhi Leonard? Why would you have Julius Randle guarding LeBron? Why? Because if Randle has to guard Tatum and Randle has to guard Jaylen Brown, then why did you make the Mikal Bridges trade? You're not gonna waste Mikal Bridges' expertise on defense to be that. I see. Sherman says Randle is not a team defender. I see you. Y'all gonna see. You don't pay what you paid for Mikal Bridges to waste it. You don't pay what you paid for Mikal Bridges to have him guard Derek White. You don't. Right? You don't pay what you paid Bam Adebayo and Mikal Bridges for Julius Randle to guard Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. That's not what you paid. That's not what you paid that price for. That's not what you paid that price for. And that's not what you doubled down for. That's not what you got this close to the second apron for. So that you can waste Mikal Bridges' defense, so that you can waste OG Anunoby's defense, so that you can say that Julius Randle can guard such and such. That's not what basketball is about. That's not how you win. T. Williams says Bridges can't guard Bam. No, man, you're not putting. Again, I think we reaching for something that's not there. We don't want Mikal Bridges to guard Bam, right? You'd prefer for OG Anunoby to guard Bam. If OG is at the 4 and Derek Lively is on the floor, or whatever lineup they go with, whatever lineup you go with, you want your best defenders guarding their best offensive players. If not, then you're wasting assets, right? I get it. Some people don't care about wasting assets. Like some people will walk out of a room and leave the light on. I choose to. When I walk out of a room, I'm hitting the switch. I'm hitting the switch. I don't want to waste assets. When the Knicks play Indiana, I don't want Randle guarding Siakam. I want OG Anunoby guarding Siakam. I want Mikal Bridges guarding Halliburton. Right? I want our best defenders guarding their best offensive players. And I think that's the same thing that Tom Thibodeau was thinking about doing. Using your best assets in every situation. And I know it sounds like the right thing to do. Just line them up and let them go play. Nah, we can't do that. If you consider yourself in that championship window, you can't just line them up and let them go play. Right? Because at the level that the Knicks are right now, where it's championship or bust, you have to, every minute of every game matters. Right? It's not like we're Charlotte where we can let such and such rookie go out there and play 7 straight minutes and see what he can do. No, we're past that now. We're not waiting on players to develop anymore. We have a goal in mind, and we're close to achieving that goal. So when we play the Milwaukee Bucks and you see OG Anunoby guarding Giannis, you know what this is about. Julius Randle guarding Andre Jackson. Julius Randle guarding Gary Trent Jr. Get used to it. Mikal Bridges guarding Damian Lillard. Get used to it. Get used to it. If you value Jalen Brunson's offense as a weapon, you should also value OG Anunoby's defense, Mikal Bridges' defense, Mitchell Robinson's defense as weapons. That's what they are. And to be in the pocket to say, you know what? I know. Yeah, Just Nick says Chris Middleton. Yeah. You know what? Chris Middleton is on a heater. Let's throw Julius Randle on him. No. It's not how. No. That's not how you use assets. Brooklyn Buddha's in the building. Just Knicks. I hope I ain't. Hewlett Samuel in the building. Salute. What I think you're going to see from a Julius Randle this year is a super efficient offensive player that plays solid defense. If we're looking for Randle to be a rim protecting big, playing 15 minutes at the 5, getting you 19 points and 14 rebounds and 2.5 blocks and a steal and a half, that's not what you're going to get. It's not what you're going to get. At least I don't see it that way. Now, can the Knicks be working on that? Possibly. It may happen. I just don't see it. I see Julius Randle being Julius Randle and Brunson operating a very efficient half-court offense. And though Brunson may not take 21 shots a game anymore, Randle may not take 19, 8, 17, whatever shots he takes. Randle may not take 18 shots. But I think you can see their scoring averages hover in that same range because their efficiency increased. Brunson may not have to take 21 shots to get to 28 points. Brunson may need to take 19 shots to get to 28 points. Maybe Brunson's spot up 3-pointer comes back. Maybe Brunson's off-ball 3 comes back. I mean, it never left, but it dulled a little bit with workload. And part of the thing, reason why I say Randle is probably going to be a jumbo playmaking wing is because of other conversations that we had. Conversation A is the Knicks need a backup center. And regardless, every year, Knicks fans tell me we need a backup something. Every year, every summer, Knicks fans come to me and be like, yo, we need a backup such and such every year. 2 years ago, we needed a backup point guard. Last year was a backup power forward. This year is a backup center. Right. Every year it's a backup something. Right. It's a backup something every year. And so and I get it. It's not about Knicks fans not knowing the game. It's just, see a spot in the roster. They feel like it needs to be filled with a guy from somewhere that they like, and they sink their teeth into that guy and just they'll run that guy's name into a blender. But conversation, I think it's conversation. I'm going to call it conversation G. Conversation G is who starts at shooting guard, Mikal Bridges or Dante DiVincenzo? Chat, I'm gonna ask you guys, and I know what I want the ultimate answer to be. I have my bias and my preference. But in Knicks universe, there is a simmering conversation. Why not bring Mikal Bridges off the bench and start Dante DiVincenzo so you can have a more traditional backcourt? And what I'm saying is teams don't run traditional lineups anymore. Traditional lineups are rare. As soon as traditional point guards started fading away, or I'm sorry, as soon as wing players had the ability to dribble, pass, and shoot, there was less use for a point guard. And when you have less use for a traditional point guard, you have less use for a traditional shooting guard. So if you don't have a traditional shooting guard on the floor next to Jalen Brunson, and don't get it twisted, just because Mikal Bridges is 6'6", 205, doesn't mean he's a traditional shooting guard. He's not. He's a wing player. He's a wing player. Does that mean Julius Randle is point Randle? Maybe. Does that mean we're going to see point break? Yes. I think we're going to see it in large stretches. Does that mean Randall's going to bring the ball up the floor all the time like he did in 2021? No. Brunson's the man. Brunson's the man. Will they share in those responsibilities? Absolutely. Can Randle do that at 260 pounds, being the rim protector on defense? No. 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 You don't see rim protectors also bring the ball up the floor. So when you look at the starting five, if the starting five is what everybody thinks it is, if you think it's Brunson, Bridges, OG, Randle, Mitch, your two primary ball handlers in that group is Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. Julius Randle is a better ball handler for his position than Mikal Bridges is at his position. He's a better ball handler than OG Anunoby is, or a more confident ball handler at his position than OG Anunoby at his position and Mikal Bridges in his position. All of them wing players. All of them wing players. It's no disrespect to Mikal Bridges. It doesn't make him any less of a player because he's still a great player. No disrespect to OG Anunoby. Doesn't make him any less of a great player. He's still a great player. Just means the diversification of skill sets. Does it mean Randle is going to be waiting under the rim for every made opponent shot to bring the ball up the floor? We may see some of that. We may see some of that. We may see some of that. Is that a bad thing? No. Will it lighten the load for Jalen Brunson? Absolutely. Do we need to lighten the load for Jalen Brunson? Absolutely. Man, I see y'all putting some wild things in the chat, man. I guess I gotta address some of the things in the chat. I've been seeing some wild things, man. In the chat, man. Let me look at this chat work. Yo, Kerry Cox says salute. How long Cox been here? How long Son of the Legend been in here? Sherwood says Bridges is 6'5" without shoes and 200 pounds. He's no, bro. Size don't. Come on, Sherwood, don't do that, bro. Size doesn't necessarily. Yeah. Okay. It's skill sets, boss. It's skill sets. Josh Hart is 6'4" without shoes. Is Josh Hart a shooting guard? Josh Hart is point guard size. Is Josh Hart a point guard? East Blue Juice says, you don't believe everything won't fit perfectly. Only new piece is no. I don't believe everything won't fit. I need some clarity on that. Yeah, East Blue Juice, I need a little clarity on that one. Sherwin keep telling me Barkley was 6'4", and I saw Charles Barkley in real life, and Uncle Sam measured me at 6'5" and some change, and me and Charles Barkley are the same height. Uncle Sam measured me at 6'5" and some change. I saw Charles Barkley. I looked Charles Barkley in his eyeballs. Me and Charles Barkley around the same height. I don't know what that is, man. People, and the other thing too, I saw Michael Jordan. Me, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, the same height, and we will say Michael Jordan is 6'6", but we'll say Charles Barkley is 6'5". I mean 6'4". I saw Michael Jordan. Me and Jordan are the same height, 6'5" and some change. I saw Jordan with my own eyes, and we never questioned Michael Jordan's height. we never questioned Michael Jordan height. We always say Michael Jordan is 6'6". We don't ever question that. I'm one of the people that saw LeBron, and I think LeBron James is 6'9" and some change. I think LeBron James is 6'9" and 6'9"-ish. Right? I don't know what the NBA has him listed at, but LeBron James is not 6'7". I think LeBron James is one of those dudes that lie about his height so he won't get moved, so people won't see him as a power forward. But the overall point that I'm getting at is skill set. Michael Jordan is 6'6", Barkley is 6'6", and they have two wildly varying skill sets. They have two wildly varying skill sets. And Mikal Bridges' skill set is a complementary off-ball, efficient off-ball offensive player, weapon, and an elite defensive weapon. Mikal Bridges is an elite defensive weapon and a very super efficient off-ball offensive player, complementary player. Especially when he's playing with other elite wing players, especially when the focal point is not on him. Mikal Bridges can be the fourth best offensive player on this team and thrive in that role and maybe love it. But with that said, when teams blitz the pick and roll, who's going to be your outlet? Is it Mikal Bridges? It can't be. It can't be, because traditionally Julius Randle is a better playmaker than Mikal Bridges. It just can't be that. It just can't be that. We don't know. I don't know if we want to see that. Teams are going to blitz the pick and roll. They're going to test us out the gate. They're going to see what we have. They're going to see what we got. They're going to try to force us to take the ball out of Brunson's hands. They're going to force the ball out of Brunson's hands and see what Tom Thibodeau has drawn up. And what I'm going to say is what Tom Thibodeau has drawn up is Swiss Army knife Randle. Swiss Army knife Randle is, I think, what Tom Thibodeau has drawn up, because we've seen it before. We know it can work, right? The only thing is, when we saw Swiss Army knife Randle, he was surrounded by Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, R.J. Barrett, Taj Gibson, Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox, Obi Toppin. That version of the Swiss Army knife, and no disrespect to those players, right? But a rising tide raises all boats. The difference between Julius Randle holding the ball, waiting on Reggie Bullock to get open, and the difference between Julius Randle holding the ball so that Mikal Bridges can get open is a canyon so wide that it's not even about discussing. The difference between Julius Randle anticipating the double team, waiting for R.J. Barrett to get open, and waiting for OG Anunoby to find an open spot is a canyon so big it's not even worth talking about. It's like the year Eli Manning got benched and people were like, yo, Eli Manning is washed. He keeps throwing the football into the ground. Eli is washed, man. Eli don't have it no more. And then when you looked at the receiver depth chart, and when you looked at their offensive line, they still blamed Eli. They still blamed Eli. Like, Eli is washed. Meanwhile, all those linemen they were drafting were busts, and the receivers that they draft couldn't catch, and they kept getting hurt. They traded the best receiver they ever drafted for a first-round pick because they couldn't stomach him, and after that, the receivers were trash. I see coaches in the building. What I think we're getting is the 2021 Julius Randle in a souped up offense. That's what I think we're getting. Now, you may be thinking we're getting 2022 Julius Randle that was a machine, that was a beast in the paint. Coach says Julius on the Pelicans. I think we can do it this year. Nah, coach. That's not a smart basketball move, man. We got to rethink that. We gotta rethink that, man. We gotta rethink this. Think about this. If Julius Randle, first of all, why would the Pelicans trade for Julius Randle when they already have a glut at his position? For one. Secondly, why would the Knicks trade Randle now when they could have traded him to the Pelicans at the draft and had money to re-sign Hartenstein? We got to rethink it. We got to rethink those type of things, man. Coach says, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Coach says, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely, Uncle Freezy. Coach is like, absolutely. No, I'm joking. I'm joking with Coach. Coach says, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I read if I read that wrong, I apologize. Bronx Mel in the building. That's what I want to say. Because there are some folks that legit listen to like the Brian Windhorst of the world that say, hey, Julius Randle has value, man. They can move him if they feel like it or whatever. Why would they move Randle now after they let Hartenstein leave when they could have moved Randle? When they could have moved Randle and then could have retained Hartenstein and then just brought in another wing player. It makes no sense. Randle was here to stay. Randle is here to stay. It makes no sense. And the rumor mill, if you listen to the rumor mill, and I'm not saying Coach started the rumor mill. That Coach is my guy. That's the co-pilot. Coach is the guy that when Coach is the guy, 4th down and 1, we going with the Coach texted me, relax, bro. It's like, relax, man. I ain't even read the text. Relax. It's a conversation. Yeah, man. It's just talk. We just conversating. Coach said you're going in the bag for no reason. Nah, man. We ain't getting no bag. No, the bag is about what type of player is Randle. Oh, I'm talking about 3 20-point score. Okay. Nah, man, Coach, you know what it is. When you be rocking by yourself, man, you can't catch everything in the chat, bro. You know how that is. You gotta forgive us on that one. I got you though. I got you. I understand. Man, when you be rocking by yourself, you can't read everything in the chat. So Knicks Dynasty is in the building. Knicks Dynasty says, what's good, people? Salute. LI1 is in the building. We got who we need right now. Wait till after Christmas. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I think the roster is perfect. And I think the roster is perfect because I think Randle is going to be our Swiss Army knife. I think Randle is going to be the guy that's going to be able to maneuver in and out of offensive lineups to help facilitate an efficient offense. JJ asks, and so JJ asks, what's your main concern? Man, I ain't concerned with the champagne. That's what I'm concerned with, JJ. I'm concerned with the champagne and cigars. That's what I'm concerned with. Honestly, if we keep it in a stack, you want me to be real, right? Yo, I don't drink just any type of champagne, bro. When we celebrating, yo, Dolan, you got to cut the check, bro. Dolan, you got to cut the check. Don't be, we not celebrating with Manischewitz, bro. I'm telling Dolan right now, you better not be trying to roll out no cold duck when it's championship time. I'm telling you now. Cut the check. I hit with brute. Dolan, listen. Dolan, Jimmy, listen. I know you watch the show. Dolan, I know you watch the show. You better not have no ice cold brute out there. No $11 bottle of champagne. Have our head hurting. Yo, that's JJ. That's my only concern. Champagne. That's it. Right? That's my only concern. No cheap cigars have our head hurting. None of them cheap ski goggles, none of them Models ski goggles. Nah, bruh. Nah. I need some real ski goggles. Don't be getting my ski goggles off Temu, bro. Like, nah, I'm not rocking no Temu ski goggles. Right? Nah, bro. I need some real ski goggles, man. I need some real ski goggles, and I need some t-shirts that fit. I'm going to need a 3X championship tee. I need a 3X white championship tee so I can have some room in it. That's my concern, JJ. I think the roster is perfect. The roster is perfect. Right? I think when you tinker too much, it's like Jenga. It's like Jenga. When you tinker too much, when you try to move one piece, you might mess around and everything fall down. Just go with what you got. Like, no lie, I have a friend that's a girl, a woman. I have a friend that's a woman. We just friends, like legit, just know each other. Real cool people, co-worker, very corporate type lady, right? She messed around and had surgery one time, right? And she got like addicted to the surgery, right? Not to the procedure itself, but the thought about she can fix whatever she thought was wrong with her body. Just keep fixing it. Just keep fixing it. Keep fixing it. And it never gets perfect. It never gets perfect. Y'all see them. Y'all see people who go out and get the surgeries to fix themselves. And before you know it, they look all puffy in the face. And their waist is like 26 inches. And abs for day. And they just keep fixing and keep fixing and keep fixing. right? And keep fixing. And before you know it, you can't recognize them no more. I don't want the Knicks to do that. And I don't know if y'all know of that example or not. It's just an example that I know of where something is damn near perfect or maybe perfect, but the person doesn't see it as perfect and just keeps just trying to fix it. And what happens is it becomes a monster. It becomes something so far away from the original that you can barely recognize it. We don't want to do that. The 2024 Knicks, 2025 Knicks are perfect. You don't need to trade Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson for John Collins. For what? For what? What are we doing? Why do we need to trade Deuce McBride and Keita Bates-Diop for Valanciunas? For what? You don't even know what you have. And the heart you break may be your own. Why? Why? You don't even know, man. Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby have never played a minute together. And I think Mitchell Robinson and OG Anunoby have maybe played 90 minutes together on the floor at the same time. Maybe 90. Yo, Mitchell Robinson and OG Anunoby may not have played 100 minutes together. Mikal Bridges and Mitchell Robinson have not played a minute together. Why? And I say this a lot, right? Jalen Brunson has been here for 2 full seasons. Two. You don't even know his ceiling yet. And you want to tinker with the roster? You legit don't know how good Jalen Brunson can be. You've only seen him for 2 seasons. You've only seen Josh Hart as a Knick for a year and a half. You don't even know how good Josh Hart can be with the Knicks. It's only been a year and a half. Dante DiVincenzo has been a Knick for 1 season. And he broke the Knicks 3-point record in his first season as a Knick. You don't even know how good he can be. OG Anunoby has been here half a season. And the Knicks were on pace to win like 59 games with OG Anunoby healthy. You don't even know how good the Knicks can be. OG Anunoby has never been to training camp with the Knicks. OG Anunoby has never been to training camp preseason with the Knicks. But we're talking about making trades. Mikal Bridges has not even put on an official Knicks uniform yet. And we're already talking about making trades. What are we talking about? So I named, what is it, 5 dudes? Brunson, Hart, Dante, OG, Bridges. So we have 5 dudes that been here for 2 years or less, and we feel like we know exactly what they can do. It's not good enough, so let's make a trade. Yo, I say that, and look, I say that, and then Kerry Cox says, "Yeah, we could trade Precious and Cam for a second." Yo, all that stuff I said for like the last 6 minutes, I'm taking all of that back. I'm taking all of that back. Yo, I'm taking all of that back, bro. I'm taking all of that back. All the stuff I said about guys being here for 2 years or less, I'm taking it all back. Kerry Cox is like, yo, push the button. Yo, Cox is like, yo, I hear you, but cut the check. Yo, my man, yo, the son of the legends, like, I hear you, big dog, but cut the check. The son of the legend is in here like, yo, I heard you, bro, but what you waiting on? Yeah, yeah. That man was like, yo, Uncle Freezy just went out there and laid on his shield for everybody to stay. I hear you, but yo, hurry up. Yeah. Yeah. Not and it's not like I don't think those other guys have value. I think when you play the game of Jenga, you're always running the risk of risking collapse in order to make the perfect move. Is that what we want to do? We want to risk. We want to take take on danger just to improve. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I think the Knicks looked at all those moves. They just like, nah, for what? I think you might see the Knicks engage Utah in a Walker Kessler deal. You might see that. I'm a Walker Kessler fan, right? And I'm gonna say full disclosure, right? I'm gonna say this out loud. Full disclosure. I like Walker Kessler better than I like Hartenstein's fit. It's nothing against Hartenstein. I like Hartenstein. Hartenstein's a man. Yo, Hartenstein is salt of the earth, man. And I know I tell that story about me, Hartenstein, and Jay Boogie all the time, bro. Yo, for one, Isaiah Hartenstein looked like he about 9 foot tall, bro. No lie, bro. Hartenstein looked like he can clean the roof of MSG. Hartenstein is a big man, bro. Hartenstein is a big man. But and I like Hartenstein, bro. I like Hartenstein as a person, right? Salt of the earth, bro. Salt of the earth. But if you're asking me from a basketball sense, what type of player best fits what the Knicks are looking to do? I like Walker Kessler. And there are no biases like, yo, Uncle Freezy don't like European big men, or Uncle Freezy just like the rim running big. Nah, I just like Walker Kessler. That's just what we like. What we like in terms of playing style. I just like Walker Kessler. It's just what it is. right? So if the Knicks trade for Walker Kessler, I'm not opposed to it. I just don't like the trade scenario thing. I don't want to play Jenga. When you building your tower, I don't want to play Jenga, man. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. If they have to do it, if we go to sleep tonight and wake up in the morning and we have Walker Kessler, I can live with it. I can live with it. I like Hartenstein. I like Kessler. I like it's like if somebody offers you a quality, well-grilled pork chop, well-seasoned, lemon slices and such, and then the same person offers you a steak done the same way, well-seasoned, a little lemon slice on the side, man, something to cut the. Yeah, I just like the steak in that scenario. Do I like pork chop? Yeah. Do I like steak better? Yeah. That's all it is. I don't dislike Hartenstein. I think Hartenstein probably was the nicest player on last year's team. From the small instances we had around him, Hartenstein was probably the coolest out of everybody. None of that, I was just in the heat of the moment, man. I had to focus on the game. Nah, I'm talking about like just nice people. Bro, Hartenstein was that dude. I just like Walker Kessler better. I like his rim protection. I like his underrated athleticism. I like the fact that there may be some untapped potential there from a first-round pick. If we wake up tomorrow or at some point tomorrow, everybody's phone starts buzzing and the Knicks have pulled off a trade for Walker Kessler, I won't be hurt. I'd like to keep things as is for right now because I think this is the closest we've been to being close. With guys, Tom Thibodeau has not had all these weapons for a full season yet. Like Tibbs don't even know what he has at his disposal yet. Right? Because you've only seen I don't think Mitch, Randle, and OG even played together last year. I don't even think you saw that. Did Mitch, Randle, and OG Anunoby play together last season? I don't think that they did. I don't think that they did. And then on top of that, I think you might want to see in training camp what you have in that before you make a move. And here's one of the other things I want to mention too, and I think it should go without saying, but our memories are short as fans. I don't know what is this shirt trying to run away from me or something? The shirt trying to run away from me, man. One of the things as fans, I think we got to realize too is that we have legit on this team, we have defenders 2 through 8. As soon as you bring Brunson off the floor, no disrespect to Brunson, because I know I already know the Brunsons. The Brunsons. You say anything about Brunson, boy, they start buzzing. Wham! He said I can't pass with my right hand. Wham! Yo, the Brunson. Yo, the Brunson Hive, man. You say anything about Brunson, people are trying to cancel you, boy. They can't help it. They start peeing in their diaper. Every time you say the slightest little thing about Brunson, people start wetting their diaper. But truth be told, when Brunson leaves the floor, in theory, our defense should get better. Right? If you take out Brunson and bring in Deuce, the defense should get better, right? Because if the defense stays the same or gets worse, what's Deuce here for? Immediately, that's my question. That's my question. As soon as you take, yeah, look at C-Mac like Randle ain't no. Yo, I mentioned Brunson's name and C-Mac went crazy. Yo, Randle. Yeah, nah, man, I'm talking about Brunson, bro. We'll talk about Randle. We'll talk about Randle, but the worst kept secret in the NBA is Jalen Brunson is not a good defender. When people try to tell me Brunson's a good defender, I know they're homers. Brunson's not a good defender. He don't put energy into it. He don't have to. He don't have, because he's a lethal weapon on offense. He's weapon X on offense. It's too hard in the league to be a two-way player. That's why when you get one, you got to keep it. And that's why when you get one, you got to pay him. When you get one, you got to keep them. And when you get one, you got to pay them. Two-way guys. They're exclusive. It's why they're so expensive. But the point that I was getting at, though, is when you take Brunson off the floor, your defense, in theory, should get better, damn near elite. Because if Deuce McBride is not going to provide defense and an elite level defense, right, and not provide good offense, what's he here for? Is it like you can't find a 6'2" athletic scorer from anywhere? You can find a 6'2" athletic scorer from anywhere. Me and Coach right now can walk into a Kmart in anywhere USA and find a 6'2" athlete. Me and Coach right now can go to Venice Beach, drink 2 12-packs of Bud Light, stumble on the beach, and find a 6'2" athlete. Jake says drawing fouls is his legacy. AI wasn't a good defender in NBA Finals. Yeah, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Somebody said something about Allen Iverson. Now that's okay. Again, hit him up. I'm not saying Brunson's a bad player. We got to keep it in context. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying that Brunson won't get you to the finals. I'm saying Brunson's not going to play 48 minutes a night. I'm saying Brunson's not going to play 48 minutes a night. I'm not criticizing. I'm not criticizing who he is. He's weapon X for us. He's weapon X. He's an offensive scoring machine. He's a scoring machine. That's what he is. One thing he's not is he's not a better defender than Deuce McBride, Dante DiVincenzo, or Josh Hart. Any one of those three that comes off the bench for any is a better defender than Jalen Brunson. And that's no knock on him, or it's not saying that those three are all world. It's just those three guys are better at one thing. Those guys are not elite at. When Jalen Brunson goes to the bench, you should probably see the best defensive unit in basketball. It don't matter what unit you put out there. It doesn't matter if it's Deuce, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, and Mitch. It doesn't matter if it's Deuce, Dante, Josh, OG, and Mitch. It don't matter what unit it is. The unit is going to be an elite defensive unit, especially in those minutes where, and I think this is going to be rare to happen, but in those minutes where Brunson and Randle are off the floor, a good coach will never have both of those guys on the bench unless it's a weird situation. A good coach will never split up or have both all-stars off the floor at the same time, unless it's a blowout, something weird, one way or the other, something, some circumstance, whatever. Right? So ultimately what I'm getting at is how often do you take your best player off the floor and what you replace them with becomes elite? That's what I'm saying, coach. How often do you take an elite player off the floor, an elite player at one thing, and you bring in his backup and they become elite in a different area? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Brunson is a bad player. I think Brunson's Weapon X. He's the best player. Brunson's the best player on the team. But in those moments where Brunson has to recharge his batteries, you can put an elite lineup on the floor, an elite defensive smothering lineup on the floor. I don't see a world where Josh Hart and Dante will play many minutes together, right? Because you have Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. I don't think we're going to live in a world where OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges sit together. I don't see that happening. I think you got to keep one of those elite wing players on the floor. I think what you'll probably see is Brunson and OG go to the bench, and then Mikal Bridges and Randle go to the bench. And the supplement parts, Josh Hart and Dante will supplement those two lineups. I think you could see a Brunson, Dante, OG, Josh Hart lineup. We don't know what lineup exactly, but that seems like the pattern that makes the most sense. Have 48 minutes of high-powered elite offense and 48 minutes of death lineup defense. That's it. That's what's at Tom Thibodeau's disposal. The substitution pattern, you won't ever see Brunson, Randle, and OG all walk off the floor at the same time. And even if they do, some weird circumstance where they do, you still have Mikal Bridges and Mitch on the floor. And then you'll have Dante, Josh Hart, and Cameron Payne or Deuce McBride. I don't think you can beat that. Coach says there are some amazing receiving tight ends, and then there are blocking tight ends. Same mentality. Yeah. No big D. He means when they get rest. Did they say that? No. I'm talking about in the rotation. I'm talking about when they recharge their batteries. I don't think these guys are going to be playing 40 minutes a night. Like Precious in February, Precious played 39.9 minutes a night in February. For the entire month, Precious played 39.9 minutes per game. That's crazy. Josh Hart played 2 straight games of 48 minutes and 1 game of 47.5 minutes. Tibbs looked over and saw Josh Hart on the bench. Was like, "What? What do you do? Get back in the game. What you doing over here?" The look on Tibbs' face when he saw Josh Hart taking a break, he's like, "What you doing over here by us?" The original DSJ is in the building. Salute. Grind King is in the building. DSJ somewhere grinding, probably doing his thing. Yeah, y'all. I think it's as simple as that. Which Julius Randle are we going to get? Are we going to get the jumbo wing Randle, or are we going to get the bully Randle? I explained to you what I think we're getting. And I want you to think about what you think we're getting. So I mentioned it tonight. It's just a conversation going forward. It's September. Coach, yesterday somebody yesterday somebody sent me a text that said ... It was the 3rd of September, a day I always remember, and they didn't even finish the message. And I don't even know what they did. I don't even know. People be weird, bro. You ever get weird text message? Somebody send you a text message that says ... It was the 3rd of September, a day I always remember. And I'm like, this is so random and weird, bro. Y'all had too much time on y'all hands, man. Legit, yesterday I got that text message and I told somebody else about it. And I texted somebody else about the weird text that I got. And they just laughed like, LOL. And I'm like, LOL what? So anyway, that's all I got. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. I appreciate y'all coming through. Man, consider becoming a member. Help us keep the lights on in here. We're gonna try to do some stuff, man. We just appointed a CMO tonight, a chief marketing officer. We just appointed a CMO tonight, so he's gonna start working on some stuff for us so that you can get the #1 Chief Rocker just focused on the microphone. Thank y'all for coming through and rocking, man. Peace, y'all.